Should you accept an insurance offer if you can't afford medical treatment after a car accident in Illinois? After the accident, you're in pain, but you don't have money to see a doctor, and the insurance company's offer is sitting right there in front of you. It's tempting to take it just so that you can get some relief, even if you're not sure what's really going on with your injuries. But once you accept that check, you're done. And if your condition gets worse, you're all on your own, paying your own bills. I'm attorney Jason Marker, a personal injury attorney here in Illinois, and I've seen how quickly people get boxed into bad settlements just because they need cash fast. In this video, I'll show you what options you still have, even if you can't afford treatment, and how to protect your claim before it's too late. Insurance companies' job is to pay you as little as possible. First, it helps to know what you're dealing with. Insurance companies are not charities. They're businesses. Their adjusters are trained to settle claims quickly for as little as they can get away with. When you tell them that you can't afford your treatment, they see an opportunity. They know that you're vulnerable. You need money now, and they can use that to their advantage. Here's a story I see all the time in Illinois. Someone calls me after accepting a settlement. They took the first offer because they couldn't pay their emergency room bill, or they're worried about missing a rent payment. Weeks later, they're still in pain, maybe even getting much worse. They go back to the doctor, they find out that they need physical therapy or even a surgery. But guess what? The insurance companies already closed their case if they've settled. That check was a final payment. There's nothing more to collect. You're left paying all of the out-of-pocket injuries for an injury you didn't cause. Medical bills add up, and your injuries might be worse than you think. This is so important. Right after a crash, you might feel okay and think your injuries are just minor. But many car accident injuries, especially to the neck and the back, and soft tissue injuries, can take days or even weeks to show the full extent. Whiplash, herniated discs, concussions, these are all injuries that often get worse over time. If you accept the first offer before you finish your treatment, you're rolling the dice. You have no idea what your true costs will be. In Illinois, once you sign the insurance company's release, your claim is over. Even if you discover more serious injuries later, you can't reopen your case. Why not just take the money and hope for the best then? I've had clients ask, isn't something better than nothing? I can't afford these hospital bills, and the insurance company is offering real cash. I get it, but here's what you're risking. 1, you could be stuck with medical debt. That first offer usually doesn't cover all of your bills, let alone future treatment. If your doctor finds more damage or you need more therapy, that's on you. 2, you miss out on full compensation. In Illinois, you're entitled to more than just what the insurance company adjuster initially offers. That includes lost wages, pain and suffering, future medical care, and sometimes even ongoing therapy or surgery. The first offer almost always never covers everything. 3, you give up your legal rights. As soon as you cash that check and you sign the release, your claim is done forever. No lawyer, no judge, no appeal can get you more money later, even if you find out that your injuries are permanent. Options for getting medical treatment when money is tight. Let's shift gears. What if you truly can't afford medical care right now? Does that mean that you have to settle for less? Not at all. Here are some real-world solutions that I've set up for my Illinois clients. Medical treatment on a lien. Many doctors and therapists in Illinois are willing to treat car accident victims on a lien. This means that you don't pay up front. Instead, the medical provider agrees to wait for payment until your case settles. They get paid out of your settlement later, but you get the care that you need now. This isn't charity. These are legal agreements. It's common practice, especially in Chicago and other larger cities, but it's available across the state of Illinois. The key is working with a lawyer who has relationships with medical providers willing to do this. B, using your own auto insurance, MedPay. Check your own car insurance policy. Many Illinois drivers carry something called MedPay, or medical payments coverage. This pays for your medical treatment after an accident, no matter who was at fault. It's often a few $1,000s, and it can help bridge the gap while you pursue your case against the person who hit you. C, health insurance. Even if you have a high deductible health plan, it's often better to use your health insurance and let your lawyer negotiate with the insurance companies later. Hospitals and doctors are often able to bill your health insurance directly. If there's a settlement, your health plan might get reimbursed out of that final settlement. D, payment plans and charity care. Many hospitals in Illinois, especially nonprofit ones, offer payment plans or charity care for people with financial hardship. This can buy you time and keep the pressure off of you while your injury claim is ongoing and in the works. E, legal representation can help delay collections. If you hire an attorney, often we can notify your providers that a claim is pending and ask them to pause any and all collection efforts while we're working on payments. This isn't always possible, but it's a strategy that can buy you actual breathing room. Why legal advice makes a difference in Illinois. I'm not just saying this because I'm a personal injury lawyer. Illinois law is set up to protect people who've been hurt in injury cases, especially by someone else's negligence. But the rules are strict. Once you accept that insurance company offer and you sign paperwork, your rights end. Lawyers who work in Illinois know the local judges, the juries, and the insurance companies. We know which doctors are willing to treat on a lien basis. We know how to spot an undervalued claim, and we know how to fight for every dollar that you deserve. You can push back when the insurance company adjuster tries to lowball you, and we can help you find ways to get treatment even if your bank account is empty. A real example from downstate Illinois. Recently, I had a client from Decatur who was hit by a delivery truck. She couldn't afford her physical therapy after an emergency room visit. The insurance company offered her $4,000 right away. It sounded like a lot, especially when she knew her bills would pile up. She called me before saying yes. Instead, we helped her get treatment on a lien basis, found out that she needed a back surgery, and we negotiated her bills down. In the end, her case settled for $85,000. That's life-changing money compared to that first offer of $4,000, and it covered every bill. You may have more time than you think in Illinois under the statute of limitations. Another thing I want to clear up is you don't need to rush into a settlement. In Illinois, you generally have 2 years from the date of your car accident to file a personal injury lawsuit. That means that you have time to finish your treatment, understand your injuries, and go through the right medical channels. Insurance companies want you to feel pressured and rushed, but the law is on your side. What to do instead of accepting the first offer. Let's put all this together into some simple steps. 1, get the medical care you need. Don't wait. Use your health insurance, MedPay, or ask a lawyer to set you up with providers who accept liens. 2, don't talk too much with the insurance adjuster. Give them the basic facts, but don't give a recorded statement or discuss your injuries in detail at all. Anything you say can be used against you later. 3, keep good records. Save your bills, your doctor's notes, and any paperwork related to your treatment. Missed work, costs, anything you have, keep it in your pocket. 4, talk to an Illinois personal injury lawyer. Even if you're unsure about hiring a lawyer, a free consultation can save you from making a costly decision. 5, don't sign anything without advice, especially releases or settlement agreements. Once you sign, you give up your rights forever. The bottom line, don't let short-term worry cost you long-term security. When you're hurting and worried about bills, I know it's tempting to take that first offer, but in Illinois, that's rarely ever the right move. The first offer is always never the best offer. There are always ways to get medical treatment, even if you can't pay for it up front. By waiting, getting the care you need, and talking to an attorney, you put yourself in the best position to recover every dollar you deserve. So let's wrap up. We've talked about why you shouldn't accept the insurance company's first offer in a car accident case in Illinois, especially if you can't afford treatment. You learned about liens, MedPay, and how lawyers can help you get the care without upfront cash. Most importantly, you now know the risk of signing away your rights too soon. But here's the thing, insurance companies love to minimize neck and back injuries, even though they can haunt you for years. If you want to make sure that you get every dollar you're owed, you need to watch my next video, how to get the most from your neck and back injuries after a car accident in Illinois. I'll walk you through exactly what you must do starting today to protect your health and your case. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Click over to the next video now. We'll see you over there.